Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I have some really special treats for you this morning, and if you can't tell by the title, I think maybe I'll hide this one. I'll just put the title as a new commander deck versus multiple opponents. I'm not playing a multiplayer game; they are all 1v1 games, and great game against Nerdy Digger. Uh, he mentioned that, or they mentioned that they're a fan. So Nerdy, I hope you enjoy this video as well. First video with the commander. You guys ready to see? Yeah, chat's closed. Sweet. Jump ahead. Pop this out. If you want to take a guess at who it's going to be, I have mentioned it a couple times on the channel. Meren of Clan Nel Toth. One of my absolute favorite commanders. Finally saved up a little bit to be able to pick up the remainder of the cards I needed for Meren. And she's the deck that I have the most experience with in paper, next to General Tazri herself. And it's fun to play a non-blue deck every now and then. I know some of you beautiful subscribers have asked for a non-blue deck. Here you go, guys. This is a tuned version, or with the current ban list, or traditional EDH ban list that is governed currently by Sheldon Menery and the Rules Committee. This is actually a dual commander deck list that has been updated to include the banned cards that are banned in dual commander. So Mana Crypt, Sol Ring, Vamp, Imperial Seal, all of the good stuff. So it is absolutely a cutthroat 1v1 deck, and I am excited to bring it to you guys. I had most of it in my collection already. As you notice, I've slowly been acquiring some stuff, some duels, some fetches, and with Modern Masters 3 dropping online, all of the fetch lands from Zendikar block took a little bit of a drop. I decided now's the time to pick up all of them. I think the only one that I'm still missing in the collection is Scalding Tarn. So we'll have that soon enough. Without any further ado, let's jump into these games. I know it's going to be a longer video, so if you want to, click the little gear icon in the bottom right, and you can set the video speed to 1.25 or 1.5, and it'll move through a little bit faster. I do that with a lot of gameplays that I watch, and I find that the voiceover isn't too difficult to understand at all if you're paying attention to the screen as well. Alright, see a very keepable, non-broken hand, no Soul Ring, no Mana Crypt. I have the Tutor, I have Removal if they have Early Ring, Crypt, I have Mesmeric Fiend for hand disruption, I have Nature's Claim if they have Early Ring Crypt. This is one of those additions that I make when changing from dual commander to 1v1 traditional. So definitely going to keep the hand. I have turn 1 bird. My opponent, Akira Rin, playing Omnath, Locust Rage, Landfall, makes 5/5s, Elemental dies. Lightning Bolt something. Sounds fine. Lightning Bolt does not kill Meren. I'm going to go Urborg, Mesmeric Fiend. And I see their hand, and I'm not terribly afraid of it. So, let's see. Cloud Thresher does nothing to me. Crow's Grip does nothing currently, but it's one of their better cards. Reclaim is card disadvantage. I don't mind that. Reclamation Sage, it's a creature. It's easier to kill than Crow's Grip. And where Ancient's Tread, creature power 5 or greater at its battlefield, you may have it deal 5 damage to a creature player. Don't really mind that much. They are way away from it. They have no fast ramp in their hand, so I'm not going to care about where Ancient's Tread yet. I'm going to take this Crow's Grip out of my hand. It's most likely to disrupt my early plans if I have one of my top deck artifacts. I get a Brain Maggot. I'm going to DT this turn and grab the third most powerful land in this deck, Ancient Tomb. And this is the turn I'm going to deploy the Caterpillar, just get that out of the way. I miss an attack here, unfortunately. I was too focused on making sure that I don't make a misplay with the actual first game of this deck. And I'm going to slam Meren here. I tap Ancient Tomb for black mana off Urborg instead. There's no sense in really living up cost Caterpillar. They've played the Mountain that I know about and a Forest that I didn't. So I know 5 of the 6 cards in their hand. Oh no, they played no, Command Tower was in play. So I'm not very afraid of anything that they're going out with. Lightning Greaves. I have fantastic removal for that. I'm going to use the Caterpillar instead of the Nature's Claim because I want to get an experience counter. Get Phyrexian Tower, the best land in the Meren deck. and you'll see why in one of the other games. Alright, eat the Greaves, play Brain Maggot, my opponent scoops fair. I can agree with that. I'm going to be tearing apart their hand, and I'm going to, most likely in response to this, sacrifice Mesmeric Fiend with Phyrexian Tower, and then eat the Crow's End Grip back out of their hand so they can't kill Brain Maggot with the Crow's End Grip. The following turn, I'll have 2 experience, and I'll be able to use Mesmeric Fiend with Meren during the end step, target them with Mesmeric Fiend's primary ability, and then sacrifice it with Phyrexian Tower, triggering the second ability to resolve first. So I first put the card back, and then I exile card. So this combo, once I have 2 experience, every one of my end steps, I get to exile target non-land card from my opponent's hand. And I don't know if they saw this combo coming next turn, but this turn it's definitely going to hurt them, because they're not going to have anything to deal with this Brain Maggot. Actually, I might pull Where Ancients Tread, make them kill the Brain Maggot, and then just start eating their entire hand. Alright, on to the next game. Black BLK Drill 1. Pretty good opponent. Playing partners in this one, I believe. Is this the partner match? Yes. Rayhan, Last of the Abzan, and Vial Smasher. This is a longer game, so forgive me, I'm going to go a little bit faster. See an unkeepable first hand, see a good second hand, Wood Elves on top, but it's not a land. I'm going to push that to the bottom. Definitely going to keep this. 2 lands and a Bob. All I need. Elixir of Immortality. Automatically, I'm slightly less afraid of their deck because they're playing Elixir. Fetch out the Bayou. I know I jumped through the deck. I will be doing a deck tech for this video, or a deck tech video for Meren coming soon. And then I'll make it the tapped out list for it at some point as well. Tapped out land like a champ. I'm going to push out Bob here and just get in for damage. And this was just I'm not really bluffing anything. I'm not terrified of any of the mana they're producing. They have a colorless land in a 5-color deck. They finally get a multicolor land, which actually off Nykthos produces all of their colors pretty usefully. Even though Nykthos, I guess, can't tap for red or any color right now, Reflecting Pool still taps for the colors fine, which is interesting. I guess it's the same thing as the Vivids with no charge counters. Azusa and Reliquary Tower, and their non-basic count or non-colored count seems really high for a 4-color deck or 3-color deck. Like they're very color screwed here. So I'm going to slam Meren. Not going to offer the trade on the Bob because I can't get it back during the end step. And I really just want this Bob value. They know about Brain Maggot. Rayhan, Scavenging Ooze. Well, that's good against me. Unfortunately, my opponent tapped Gaia's Cradle in that. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. They used the Gaia's Cradle for Scoos. And we chatted a little bit about it. Fortunately, I have the answer to Scavenging Ooze in this deck. Play the Birthing Pod. If you want to pause the video and take a look at the deck list when I do this. So I'm going to pod away. See, I have Nissa, Wood Elves, Liliana, Fleshbag, and Ewit as choices. There is one choice, Nissa. And I'm taking Nissa. Fleshbag just gets rid of Azusa. They've already gotten the value. They're at 2 cards in hand. Or it lets them kill Rayhan and dump counters onto Ooze. So Fleshbag's not correct. Nissa gets me land drops, and land drops let me play these spells. It's also a threat to flip later in the game. And I'm going to get Bob back during my end step because they don't have green mana up. Good value, and I'm at 1 experience. Vial Smasher comes down with 30 life. Slightly more terrifying in 1v1. Still not the best. Freyalise Llanowar's Fury is my top deck. I don't think I cast that at all this game. So I think for a sec, they tapped out their mana again. Inconceivably tapped out their mana when they have Scavenging Ooze against a Meren deck. However, I'm going to get this sweet Oracle value, get a City Brass off the top. You see the Phyrexian Revoker that I'm about to pod into. And pod away the Fendhorn, get a second experience, get the Revoker, see a Skin Render on top of my library. Let's drop this back over here. Get back the Fendhorn Elves. They get a Mosswort Bridge. Oh no, I think they were trying to activate Mosswort Bridge and then realized they don't have enough power. We chatted about it a bit. Obnix, maybe they were just trying to get Devotion, figure out how to trigger the Nykthos, I guess. Obnixus of the Black Oath, pretty spicy, especially considering I'm down to 14. I've been paying life for Birthing Pod here. That said, they go up, and instead of down. I have no way to pressure Obnixilus, and a 5/5 demon is a pretty good way of keeping me from attacking. And I don't know why they go up. I think if they had gone down, they might have been in a much better space this game. Rakdos Carnarium, bounce a land, bounce the Reliquary Tower, and replay the Reliquary Tower because of Zusa. Seems good. Let's close that. So let me clear their graveyard, clear the command zones. They push in, and I decide I want to block because they get the creature off the board. At some point, I'm planning to pot into, what do you call it? Fleshbag Marauder. So the less creatures they have, the better. So at this point, I'm at a double Fleshbag Marauder turn. With this Skin Render, I should be able to clear their entire board. Skin Render, kill Vial Smasher, most threatening when I'm at 13 life. Think for a sec. Go into combat, and the reason I want to do this is it also lets me use Skin Render to kill Scavenging Ooze if they get greedy and block. And they do. Sweet. And they let me keep my Nissa. So I pot Skin Render away because I see this line of, if I can get rid of the Skin Render, I can not only clear their board by reanimating Skin Render from 5 experience, I can clear out their hand also by getting the Sadistic Hypnotist. Sacrifice Fenhorn Elves, doesn't matter anymore, I got my mana. Clear out their hand. Get back Skin Render, kill Ooze, pass turn. Bunch of mana. Baloth Null, pretty cool. Enters battlefield, up to 2 target creature cards from graveyard to your hand, but it's a 6 mana 4/5. Might be spicy in this. I don't think it makes the cut at 6 mana though. I'd rather just play a Gravedigger at 4. Makes a demon and Scavenging Ooze back to the fray. Makes the demon so that they can use Gaea's Cradle to make 2 mana, but they still don't have green open. They've not exiled a single creature off this Scavenging Ooze yet. I get a Vamp off the top. Fantastic. Let's Brain Maggot, see a Spectral Force. Alright, I'm not terrified of that. And this is a cool interaction. I can sacrifice Brain Maggot to make them discard 2 cards, and this we put back into their hand first, and then they'll discard it immediately. I'm going to pot it away, though, because I want to get this Fleshbag going. Because they don't have green mana open, I can clear 2 of these blockers right now. I think for a sec, decide to send in. I pulled the Hypnotist back because if they block Hypnotist and let Skin Render through, I have no way to kill Skin Render. And they let Obnixus die wisely. I sacrifice for no value. I probably should have targeted myself here and pitched the Slime and the Bloodghast, because Bloodghast I'd rather not cast from my hand. I'd rather just get it for free at some point. So a little bit of a misplay, because this is target player. Get back Fleshbag Marauder, and they sacrifice the Demon, which seems odd, but I mean, I guess... and I sacrifice Skin Render because I want to keep Fleshbag Marauder going. So this keeps it out of the graveyard during their turn when they have green mana for Scavenging Ooze. Maybe that's why I didn't pitch stuff to my own hand. Scavenging Ooze eats the Skin Render. Well, I got good value off it. Eats my Revoker. Eats my Brain Maggot. None of those I care about. Should have eaten Nissa instead of the Brain Maggot, especially when I have Hypnotist going. Brain Maggot's very bad. I have a much better effect in play. I'm going to Vamp, and here is the full deck list at the moment. If you want to see, let me scroll it up some. There you go. Exile cards, graveyard. Yep, that is every card in the deck that you are currently able to see if you pause the screen. So there is one choice here. My opponent is on a Jund color deck and is extremely hamstrung on mana, so let's leverage that. What do you think I got? I'm going to take a guess, see if you're right. Contamination. Man, this card is so good, especially in a Meren deck. So I think for a sec, float some green mana that I plan to use afterwards. Tap and untap, because I want to be able to pot away after I contaminate. And I'm waiting to see if they use Carnarium to produce a green mana off Nykthos, and then float that green, which will prevent me from using potting Fleshbag Marauder away. And then I'll just have to go to combat. No big deal. they don't. Well, they don't let it float. They just eat the Oracle first, and I'm fine with that. Alright, so I'm going to contaminate, get rid of the Fleshbag Marauder, pot it away, not paying life because I am down to 11. Get the Mind Slicer. Alright. And on my end step, bring back Fleshbag Marauder. I could sacrifice Mind Slicer to Sadistic Hypnotist. I'd rather not. There's a good chance that cards can get stranded in their hand, and I'd rather just have that eaten at the same time as everything else. Alright, Scooze is gone again. My opponent does nothing. They still have Elixir going, so they can do that. So I'm going to get Mind Slicer. They pitch their hand, then in upkeep, because they can't do anything else, activate Elixir. That's fine by me. Gain some life. Crash in for 5, bring back Fendorn Elves. And now the way this lock works is Meren reanimates a creature every turn. That creature feeds contamination. All lands only produce black. But what's very important in the deck is have a creature that produces a green mana. And really, he should have eaten this if he was going to eat. My opponent should have eaten this if they were going to eat any creature. It is a green source. No other creature in my yard produces green. So I would have been trapped to black mana only as well. I'm going to sacrifice that. Carpet Flowers, not good against them. No islands. Pod away Fendorn Elves. And here's the 2-drop. Here's the really spicy play. Get Mayor of Averbrook. Beginning of each upkeep, no spells. I'm not going to be casting a spell this turn. Transform. Other humans get +1/+1. Meren is human, notably. Each other creature you control that's werewolf gets +1/+1. Each end step create a 2/2. Each upkeep, if 2 more players cast spells last turn, transform. So they top decked Obnixilus impressively and made the demon. So I get the Mayor as the long-term plan here. Eventually my plan will be reanimate Mayor during end step. It'll flip during their upkeep. Then on my turn, I'll be able to sacrifice something else to the contamination, and once the werewolf flips, I'll have an endless stream of wolves or creatures to reanimate from Meren to feed to the contamination, and the wolves will make short order of my opponent. Pardon that, it's my phone going off. Fleshbag with a demon. I am at a very precarious life total, and I really would prefer not to lose to it. My opponent says that it is you have Meg, not sure, but they concede the game, and that is Meren of Clan Nel Toth working like crazy. Let's go into Titus, and then I'll do Nerdy Digger 2 games in another video. I did spoil the results of them, but they are very good, and I think Nerdy Digger is a quality player from what I saw in our games. It's just Meren is a terrible matchup for the deck that they brought to it. Alright, see, this is the nut draw. Look at this. Alright, my opponent is on Sheoldred. Basically, I think I'm 95% in this matchup. I do not think Sheoldred can ever beat a Meren deck if I get off the ground in any conceivable way. So I have Mind Slicer, Soul Ring, Sylvan Scrying. What's the best land in my deck, chat? Sorry, in the comments. If you haven't already learned, there's one card in particular. So I'm going to slam Meren here and just get the mana out of the way now. Corpse Churn. Alright, self-mill, and they get nothing back. They hit the Soul Ring, which would have been good for them to have. I mean, I top deck Nature's Claim like the champ I am. I'm going to Sylvan Scrying for Phyrexian Tower, and I'm going to play the Shriekmaw here, and if I was good at Magic, I would have sacrificed Shriekmaw in response to its trigger and been able to cast Bloodghast here. Unfortunately, I'm bad at Magic every now and then, and I just let it die. And the reason I evoked it, it's not going to kill anything in the Sheoldred's deck, because it's non-black, non-artifact creature, so there's very few creatures that Shriekmaw can actually kill in this matchup. It's just a free 1 experience counter. I should have had Bloodghast in play here, though. Get it back so I can do it again. Worn Power Stone, fine by me. Top deck, the exact land I need. Nature's Claim the Power Stone. In for 3. Mind Slicer, set a stop on the draw step, sacrifice Mind Slicer, Mind Twist our hands. Goodbye, everything, and hello, victory. And now this is just a slow and grindy death for my opponent. Until I get 4 experience, Mind Slicer's coming in my hand. Of course, I top deck Skull Clamp. Just even more dirt. Play Skull Clamp, equip Skull Clamp, crash in. They chump block. And now I am stacking my triggers, so Skull Clamp's on the bottom of the stack, and then Meren doesn't matter where. Mind Slicer on top. So we all discard our hands. Get experience, and then I draw 2. Woodland Cemetery, Bloodghast comes back, get Carpet Flowers bad in the matchup. Bajuka Bog them, deal with the graveyard, so that way they don't have Necromancy, I believe they could cast off the top at instant speed, and deal with me in some capacity, I guess. If at some point there gets to be a powerful creature in the grave. Not that they have one. Crash in, play the Carpet Flowers just because, get it out of my hand. And do the same trick, get Entomb, Acidic Slime in their draw step because I have the 2 mana floating. Set Carpet Flowers to always know, always yield, just so I don't have to worry about the trigger. Get Vola Stronghold, bring back everything, crash in, down to 7, Mind Slicer the last time, tap out, get a Yogg-Wheel, value Yogg-Wheel, all of it doesn't matter, crash in, 22 commander, -3. And that's what this deck does with the nut draws. And that's not even the fastest draw Meren can have. So I hope you guys enjoyed those 3 games, and I have those 2 from Nerdy Digger coming to you soon. I might do the deck tech as part of that video. I might do it as its own. There's a lot of really interesting interactions that I do want to go over. So hopefully we'll be able to do that in a more extended video, I think, is the best way to do it justice. Like I said, I have a ton of experience with Meren in paper. I've just rather recently been able to get the last of the cards, including the commander herself, which was an inordinately expensive commander card on Moto. So hopefully we can finally get some of my favorite non-blue EDH games. And let me know in the comments down below what you think about the 30 life change. Personally, I'm going to hold my opinion back until we get some discussion going. And I think it's a healthy thing, like I always say. My videos aren't just to entertain, they're to try to help you as my audience get stronger as players, learn how to prioritize what is a threat, what isn't a threat, and have a discussion about the format overall. It's one of the formats that I absolutely love next to Legacy and Vintage, and it's almost entirely unsolved in my opinion. There's always new strategies coming out, there's always new cards being printed that revolutionize new archetypes like Paradox Engine, totally revolutionizing Arkham Dagsson as a deck entirely and making him easily jump at least 1 tier marker in my opinion. Prior to its printing, he was probably tier 2 or 2.5 even, just because any removal on Arkham early makes the entire deck fold. Now if and that was early, meaning 1 to 2 turns after he's activated the first time. Now it is, if he untaps, he wins. So pretty cool thing with a brand new card entering the format. So like I always say, let me know in the comments down below what misplays I made, if you like the deck, and now keep in mind, misplays I made that I don't talk about. Don't tell me that I missed that attack with the Mesmeric Fiend. I know about that one. Alright, see you all in the next one.